Еще раз вам спасибо, Иван. Мы сейчас будем брать интервью, предматчевое интервью у игрока команды Альянс, у Лоды, Джонатан. Did you expect that you will get into the loser bracket so early? And what do you expect from this match against Team Empire? It's best of one, so...
I did not expect to be in loser bracket so early, but at the same time I knew that all the teams that are here are very good. We haven't really had any time to boot camp or anything before the event, so it's very hard to predict how it's going to go before you come here. For the game today against Empire, I guess I would say the same thing as yesterday. I think that we are both very even as teams, so it's almost always about who has the better day, so to speak. So I think it's something like 50-50. Best of one, anything can happen.
Yeah, and how do you think, will some teams make some kind of cheese strategies, all in or in best of one series?
If I think that they will?
Yeah.
I don't think that Empire will go for a cheese strat, but I mean they can play a lot of different things, and if they get heroes they like, they will play them well. They love Lycan and they love Dazzle, so there's always gay stuff to make with those two heroes, so we'll see, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess one of the last questions, are you impressed with Evil Genius's games yesterday?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they're very strong. I mean, in a way, I think they're stronger with Envy than they are with Fear, and Mason, who has been playing recently because Fear he has a wrist injury.
Yes.
But I think the thing with EG is that they're an extremely good team, but also they're very confident when it comes to the draft, and you can see from how they picked that it feels like they never truly feel outpicked. For example, if you look at the supports they probably have the biggest variety of supports from any teams, and this is so important because you can't ban supports against them. I think the hero you should ban against them is just Treant. Stupid hero. Remove it from Dota. Stupid shit. But
And how about Ember Spirit?
I think Ember Spirit is just that. It's just in super late game I feel that he's broken. There are ways to counter him. The thing is just that if you don't have silences or good disables and stuff like this, the hero is just insane. Yeah. But there are ways to counter it, I suppose.
And you countered it really well yesterday because Arteezy had no items at all in the end of the game.
Yeah, too bad. It's hard to carry with Potom against Luna.
Yeah. Well, thank you a lot, and good luck in the next game. So I wish you luck one more time. And вкратце можно сказать, просто спрашивал, ожидал ли Лода, что они так рано окажутся в сетке лузеров. Он сказал, что нет, но тут, в принципе, все команды хорошие, все команды умеют играть, и что матч против Империи будет весьма-весьма важным. Не думает он, что будут какие-то чизовые стратегии, all-иновые. Ну и в принципе, спросила там парочку вопросов по поводу вчерашней игры от ЕГЭ. Сказал, что ЕГЭ действительно впечатляющая команда, у них отличный набор суппорта, всех их не перебанишь. И по поводу Эмбера, что немного поломан в поздней стадии игры, но против него можно придумать оружие. Вкратце, наверное, все. Все, кто знает английский, должны были понять немного больше. Ну что ж, передаю слово обратно в студию аналитики. Иван.
esportsbets.com, a unique place for true gamers. The only place to bet on esports events. You know your way around a competitive gaming scene and are willing to take a risk? Watch regular broadcasts and earn real money. esportsbets.com. Foresight, passion, and calculation.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Starladder Season 9. We're live here from Kiev Cybersports Arena. I'm LDB on the summit. I'm joined to my right by Merlini and Ben. It's time now for some really important elimination matches. Alliance versus Empire, best of one match. Winner of this will move on, and from here on out, it would be best of threes until a BO5 with a one-game advantage in the grand finals. You win this game, you go from top 6 to top 4. The prize money ramps up a lot. You get more opportunities, more margin for error with the BO3 format, and a chance at some of these top teams. So, well, who's it going to be? These teams actually did face off in the group stage. Alliance came out on top there, and it was a rather convincing win. They won the game 20-6. They won it in 32 minutes. Empire went for kind of a classic Empire strat, which is their Doom, Silencer, and Storm combination. So we've seen the potential of this. Alliance actually took that strat and tried to run against EG, almost beat them late game. They didn't actually have the Doom and the Storm, though. They just had the Storm as well as the Silencer. But they took something from Empire, so clearly they feel like some things that Empire do are strong. But, well, that being said, who's it going to be? BO1. Either team could definitely take this.
Probably Alliance. Odds are 53-47. I'd probably say it's slightly more in favor of Alliance than the odds suggest. Alliance played really damn well yesterday against EG, and EG, they're probably the team to beat right now. Well, them and DK, but still giving the potential champion of this tournament. I guess any of these teams could be champions, but giving one of the top 2 teams a very good run for the money is not to be underestimated. Empire just they've been slacking a little bit.
Basically, I think the feeling is, based on past performance, if they play the same way they did, Empire should lose.
Yes.
Alliance has played better to date.
Yes.
But you have to wipe the slate clean here. Doesn't matter too much now. As long as the teams come in with a good mentality, then it's may the best team win. So Empire going to be on the dire side for this game. Alliance on the Radiant. Bans look extremely standard. I like Alliance banning the Invoker here. It's just such a good hero for resolution. And we mentioned these are the 5 most important heroes at the tournament. Batrider, Naga, Storm, Invoker, and Lycan. There's been some other heroes that are kind of making fringe cases for themselves. Treant Protector in a few games, Darkseer in a few games, but end of the day, these 5 heroes are the most important. One of them gets through, it's the Bat, and then Alliance is going to go Dazzle Puck. So they've given away the Batrider. They do get some good heroes in return.
I don't know if that's worth it.
And it's not just the Bat, it's the Bat Ancient Apparition combination, which is just...
But Bat you compare with like anything. That's the problem with him. He is just insanely strong, and I think that's a part of the reason why Alliance got so far versus the EG yesterday, because they had the Batrider on Admiral Bulldog. Yeah, they had the Bat, the Storm, and the frigging Silencer, and that's been the story of most of these games, is the team with the better aggressive lineup and more just ability to force the fights when they want to. Basically, better initiation is winning games. I think
and who better than Bat?
Big question is, what is Resolution going to play? Because we've seen him on Invoker just absolutely dominate rox.kis with his Invoker last game, and we've seen him on Potom, who just couldn't carry the game, couldn't change the game enough. So I think that Empire has to pick up a high impact hero in that mid lane. Not sure who's it going to be. It could potentially be even a hero like Shadow Fiend. I think it matches up very well versus Puck. We haven't seen it actually from Resolution or pretty much anyone else besides Arteezy, but it is still something to consider.
Resolution does play Bat mid on occasion, so normally we'd expect it to go to Mag, but I've seen Resolution go mid as Bat and Crush. Puck here you can potentially kill if in certain scenarios if he wastes his if he uses his orb to farm and you bait out his phase shift and then you flame break him. That's a lot of ifs, but it is somewhat possible. Maybe with the gank they could pressure him, but more likely it's Mag in the off lane, and then Resolution's here still to be picked up. They are on the dire side. Another solo mid here worth discussing. Well, I think mainly one so far is TA. TA on the dire side versus a Puck, pretty good matchup. You have the minus armor for Roche, so that's a possibility. The other one that Empire was experimenting with a bit, haven't seen it much lately, is Shadow Fiend, which there was a period where even next KZ, all the CIS teams were just going Shadow Fiend, going solo mid, Midas, and just trying to take over the game. Kind of like how Arteezy plays it. Yeah, I haven't seen it much lately.
It's not... it's a good option for them. And Empire or Alliance actually banning out the Storm, so they definitely don't expect a Batrider middle. I'd say that's definitely Mag's hero. Mag has had somewhat of a lackluster performance on some of the heroes that I've seen him on. He has played Clockwork amongst a few others. There is still Centaur available. Centaur is a hero that DK prioritizes very highly, but looks like these two teams are okay to not give it to anyone. Admiral Bulldog, what is he going to play? So Admiral Bulldog and Resolution, I think those are like the two main big players that have to have a big impact. And the other heroes are interchangeable, like carries and supports or whatnot. So I'm curious to see what Alliance is going to go for and what Empire is going to go for. And it will be the Centaur for Admiral Bulldog. I like this a little bit more than the Clockwork. Clockwork's not as great counter-initiate versus a Bat Rider, and he just doesn't really provide the lockdown. His time to shine was a while ago, and it wasn't even the cog nerf. It's just a change in style that's made him fall out of favor.
And one of his, I actually think the biggest thing that offlane Clockwork had, which is less of a relevant thing now, is the ability to just block in the creeps and pull the wave back. It's not as important now because the creeps are always close to your tower anyway. So it's made other offlaners like Centaur more viable. The other thing with Centaur is he gives you way more burst damage, and burst damage has been king in a lot of these games. You look at DK, Centaur, Invoker, easy kills.
Ooh, resolution on Dragon Knight. Have we seen that? I need to do
He's
this.
definitely played it before. I don't know how well it's gone for them, though.
He reminds me of like he's like a tempo control kind of player and more of the flashier ones.
Wow.
So for 100% win rate.
I guess the question is, who did he play against and what was sort of the situation for these games? But on paper, it's a good pickup.
I mean, I questioned Arteezy's Dragon Knight, and he outperformed Resolution. Hopefully the same for him.
That was actually, I think, arguably Arteezy's best game this tournament was on the Dragon Knight.
Yeah, it definitely was. And Dragon Knight, he is just really annoying to play against. He's so difficult to kill. He has very high armor. He's not really susceptible to Centaur, Warrunner, Burst, just because he has very high HP pool, often going for early Bracer Treads, Ogre Club, and a BKB.
He's also actually good versus Puck in lane.
Yes.
Especially once he hits 6, instant disable. Their pickoff potential gets even stronger now. If he goes Shadow Blade, you have a blink on Bat, they can just jump you from anywhere.
So the Spectre pickup for Alliance, that is a nice pick. Yeah, Empire actually could have taken it too. Synergizes decently well with Ancient Apparition, but one problem with the game versus EG yesterday that Alliance played is that Mirana just can't carry that hard. She doesn't have any tools in her skill set that really synergizes well with tons and tons of farm. Leap is like okay, but it's nothing like Desolate and Haunt and Dispersion. Those are just insanely good in the late game, and I think that if they want to take it late, Spectre is the right hero to do so, and he can put up a lot of fight. So rox.kis did ban the Morphling out versus Empire, and Alliance will not do that, and that will probably silence you.
This is such a classic Empire lineup, just a sniper lineup, really. Great assassination potential.
But who can out-carry Spectre versus Morphling? I doubt it's going to be a try-on-try. The possibility of that is just extremely, extremely low.
So they're trading farm.
They're trading farm.
They can break even mid, potentially win it. Their mid game is going to be really scary with the fast level 6 and Ancient Apparition, which if they're not contested, he should be able to secure with the Bat Blink. Empire definitely want to be finding pickoffs. Alliance want to be team fighting, as to date with these picks so far. So I think it's just two different styles. I don't know if one's clearly better. To me, this looks more of like an execution-based game. I don't feel like one team's been outdrafted.
Nah, I definitely don't think so either. I think Empire like slightly better with Bat Rider and Dragon Knight versus the Puck. But overall, in the draft, Alliance is a very resilient and difficult to kill lineup. Even if someone gets caught out with Dragon Knight, they can just throw Shallow Grave.
I'm actually worried for the Centaur, because offlane Centaur, normally very durable, but he's up against Chilling Touch and Morphling. This is a lot of right-click damage, 2 ranged here, is good chasing
they need to disable, though.
Yeah, they don't have a stun, but it's like they can somewhat just zone him out with right-clicks, I feel.
Yeah, he can get boost first. They're okay.
Yeah. If they get a nice disable here, what's left? Shadow Demon's out there.
Or even a hero like Visage.
Yeah, Empire. Actually, Empire the ones to ban the Shadow Demon.
Sinking's scary, man. Sinking has made a
stock
huge
rising.
resurgence.
If we made a list of heroes whose stock have risen the most in this tournament, I think Sinking's top 3, if not number 1 right now.
Yeah, OD is... OD hasn't had that high of a game impact, but he's been picked a lot. Darkseer, too. Amongst
Tree's
other
the
heroes.
final choice for Empire. Oh, boy. Well, their team fight just leveled up a bit. They get some pretty strong lockdown, but it's not that good at zoning out a Centaur is my main concern here. Looks like we're trapped inside the draft.
Well, we thought Treant Protector was really bad at zoning out a Centaur zoning out yesterday, but he just did wonders against a couple of heroes, most notably Darkseer.
He actually did okay against... there was actually a Centaur I think he did okay against, too. Because his base damage is so high that it's like you can... And you're tanky, so you can take the return damage and still out right-click him.
Rubik's a nice pickup, though, as the last hero from Alliance. Is pretty good counter-initiate against the Bat Rider, but you have to be like really spot on your positioning, and EGM has been performing miraculously well on that support play.
Well, can he have the same kind of impact this game? Yeah, on Rubik, definitely can. There's some big spells to steal this game. Ancient Apparition ult, Lasso. Morphling can be nice if you steal the stats morph. Waveform is a lot
DK
of
stun
burst.
and Overgrowth, too.
Yeah, there's a lot for EGM to get his hands on here, so he might end up being the most important hero for this team.
I wonder if Spectre's going to go Midas this game, because I predict Free Farm versus Free Farm. Morphling, Silent will probably get Midas.
Silent will almost certainly get
Yeah,
Midas.
I don't know if Loda will too, though.
Is Midas really suitable for a line? If he gets it like 4 minutes, maybe, but
I think
you get
so.
it like 7-8 minutes, then your Puck's gonna Blink Dagger, Centaur Stampede, and your Spectre has Boots, Midas, and maybe like a Bracer or something.
Well, it depends on if he wants to do Radiance Rush.
Right.
I think it's
Okay.
I think it's perfectly okay. Like Midas and a Radiance, you're going to be farming anyways, and you'll probably get what Radiance at like 18, 19 instead of 17 minutes.
Yeah,
That's
that's
not
true.
bad. It does give him a lot of levels, and generally in your safe lane, when you have a tri lane, especially with support spooling, you're trying to maximize efficiency, and Midas is just excellent at that.
All right, guys, it's time for a BO1 knockout game between Alliance and Empire. Loser goes home, finishes top 5/6. Winner guaranteed within the top 4, and the money ramps up pretty dramatically the farther you get on in this tournament. Plus, you escape the BO1s. You get into BO3 territory, you've got a new lease on life. We have Empire on the dire side, Alliance on the Radiant. Alliance took them down in the group stage. Can they do it again? Mag will be playing your Bat Rider. It's going to scout out Loda at level 1. Resolution on the Dragon Knight. Don't think we'll have a real engagement here. Just some simple harassment on the Loda. Bankscore going to be playing your Tramp Protector. Always want to fly on the Ancient Apparition. They're really zoning Alliance out, and this will leave in the safe lane. Silent on the Morph lane. On the Radiant side, Alliance. Ake playing the Dazzle. EGM, a sensational silencer game yesterday. Just wasn't quite enough against EG. Came down to the wire on the Rubik. Safe lane farming will be Loda. Saving a bit of gold. Could be rushing a Radiance, or a Midas potentially. S4 as your Puck, and that will leave Bulldog as the Centaur. Maybe just saving gold for Magic Stick, though. But yeah, with that being said, Ben, we've talked a lot about teams gaining control of the enemy jungle from level 1, and Empire get full control, then they drop a ward. This makes it much harder for Alliance. They did not see where the ward went down.
They also know where Alliance's ward is, which is actually a really big deal. I don't actually know if this blocks this spawn. It's really close. I think the square might be like over here. So I don't know if they'll block it, but if it does, they'll probably much more likely de-ward, but it doesn't block the actual pool spawn. So Alliance will have access to that. They also have the information that Mag did get Sticky Napalm at level 1. He casted it once on Dazzle. They might take advantage of that and just completely zone him out. It is really not good to get Sticky Napalm first if you think they might actually go for a kill.
Yeah, which it's a double ranged lane with Spectres. Got an okay slow in a tri-lane on 1 situation, so
Yeah.
Mag may struggle.
It's just difficult to get level 2 because of that.
Although Loda's already pushed in the wave a bit here. He's killed off a creep right away, so looks like the lane's going to push. Well, EGM with 5 napalm stacks. Loda's going to try to deny, but he's already messed up the equilibrium a bit.
Well, they do have 2 range creeps on the dire side, though, but if he gets level 2, I think he'll be A-okay. He just needs 1 more creep. I don't know. There, we see Dazzle wrapping around from behind. There he goes, level 2.
Yep, gets his level 2. Fireflies up to the trees. It was close, though. Like you said, there were 2 range creeps, but
If he had 1
just
more
enough.
deny, I think he might have actually been dead there.
Well, hits his level 2, and now Mag should be A-okay. Is a bit light on mana, though, with all the napalm spam, so he'll have 1 more
how's
Firefly.
Admiral
in lane.
Bulldog doing?
Level 2, he's doing okay for now.
Yeah, he's getting good XP. He has 2 CS. Bat has 1.
But they're not investing as much in shutting him down. Bankscore's focused on his own farming. These 2 supports haven't actually done anything in the jungle yet.
Yeah, he's not going to be able to pull, though. He didn't stack at the 1 or 2 minute mark, so...
Well, he can go for... Is this camp block? No, he could go for the double pull.
Yeah. I don't know if he's going to be able to do so. Oh, there... Nope, he's not going for it.
He's not bothering.
So that's a big halt in their experience, because the next time he's going to be able to pull is like 3:15. So he has like a minute and a half where he can't really do that much. He is a tree. Maybe he can zone out Centaur a little bit. Oh, looks like he's just going to check the rune on top. Grab that haste rune. Maybe some shenanigans there.
This could be annoying for S4. Is there a point in Leech Seed yet? There is, so... Spotted by the Radiant Observer. But here comes the tree. Who's stronger? The big Centaur or the... It looks like the Centaur's winning that battle. Does have the Stout Shield advantage as well. So he backs off, but S4's been denied a rune. And in terms of our mid lane, generally it goes Puck's way until the Dragon Knight gets a few levels and then tends to even out and even favor the Dragon Knight. But yeah, so far, pretty even. Bit of an edge test for. So I mean, checking support levels, right now, Empire seem to be ahead.
Oh, and Batrider's also stacking Ancients too, most likely for the Dragon Knight once he hits level 11, but that's a long time coming. I would like to see them stack the jungle up a little bit more so he can get his Blink. I think that's more important than securing DK's farm in the mid game. But I guess if he's already down on bottom, why not?
And he is going to go jungle now, so he'll miss he would have been too late for the jungle stack anyway, but I imagine we'll see him start focusing.
He just placed a Sentry Ward there, a little bit late, but still the right idea.
Yeah, there's a triple stack actually, so that's...
But they can't take it out for some time. Like, Morphling certainly can't. His range is a little bit too low, doesn't have any lifesteal, and just you generally don't think of Morphling as an ancient kind of hero.
This is looking like a potential Midas. Lotus saving all his gold so far.
Yeah, I think Midas is a good choice, though, especially when you don't spend all your gold at the start and you're not punished for it, because you just can't offensive tri-lane versus a Morphling. It's very difficult to do so, and you can't offensive tri-lane versus as a Spectre either. So both people know that they're almost certainly not going to come into any contention in the early game.
By the way, this is a pretty nice ward by Alliance. Just a bit of an unusual location, but it'll see supports coming down into the river. It also sees the pole, so he knows if he's at dangerous, and it's also difficult to de-ward, so I quite like that ward place.
He can leech experience too. He got experience from that big old Centaur.
Centaur's benefiting from the death of fellow Centaurs.
Uh-oh, who's going to come for this rune? That's a lot of people over there.
Resolution, is there a leech seed to start this? He'll just walk away.
Well,
not level 6 yet on Dragon.
Well, that is a 1 lane for mid with that regen rune.
It looks like Midas is going to be the choice for Loda, up to 1,800 gold.
Or it could just be straight Radiance Rush, though. It's unlikely, but it's still possible.
If they see him with no items at like 8 minutes, I think they're going to gank him.
Yeah, but what are they going to gank them with? Batrider, he's nowhere close to Blink Dagger. Dragon Knight, maybe. Morphing's not going to rotate.
If Dragon Knight gets a good rune.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's support there to back him up.
They do have Grave, and
this tower is under siege. Who's going to... No one's going to stop him.
There's Living Armor here. Could slow it down a bit. They also have a Glyph available, but he'll need more backup if Vangscore wants to go for the deny. They'll Glyph it now. Living Armor gets deployed. It'll begin healing the tower back up a bit, and he's going to go for a tower deny. Might give up a first blood here. Drops the leech seed. Gets thrown into the trees. The Living Armor is actually doing a lot of work, and now Bat comes in. This tower might get denied. It will get denied for Empire. That's a pretty big victory.
Still 2,100 gold for Spectre. He can get his minus now if he wants to. Let's see if he does.
Mid lane, S4. This is what happens. The Dragon Knight hits 6, and he just starts bullying the puck out of the lane. Range form harassed, trades hits more effectively, but it's out of mana or out of bottle charges right now, so we'll need to play a little more conservatively until he gets his bottle refilled.
Or, I don't know, Chicken's going to Secret Shop. Oh, maybe it's just top 4 Admiral Bulldog.
Oh, no, I mean, he's got to ferry it or get a rune.
Oh, he got boots instead.
Wait, he doesn't. No, he has a bottle.
No, Loda.
Oh, Loda. Okay.
Yeah, I was seeing what's he buying, because he has 2,100 gold. If he wants a Midas, he can get it now.
This could still be the Relic Rush, though, because you at least want boots. You don't want to be a bootsless Spectre.
If Mag's in the lane, definitely not.
Yeah, that's just like a super red flag as well, that you're going for something ultra greedy. They have Pop Chilling Touch top lane. In terms of level progression on supports, Ancient Apparition doing quite well. Alliance's supports are actually a bit under-leveled. Level 2 and level 3, and a lot of this goes just back to the amount of emphasis they put in securing Lotus Farm.
Man, S4, another bad game for Rune Luck, too. They consistently spawn top. They have the ward on bottom. They had the control of bottom rune. But with the Illusion Rune, I think Dragon Knight can actually pressure the tower very, very hard, too.
He doesn't have his ult yet, though, so he'll need to wait for that to really go at it.
Yeah, that's soon, though. 30 seconds. They need more time for Spectre.
Well, Loda's still sitting on his gold, not being pressured yet. In terms of our Morphling, he went for the early Midas, and
Top
they're going to
lane.
leech seed Bulldog. This could be our first blood, no Stampede yet. The Stomp's not going to connect, and the right-click damage is pretty strong. Tree's committing to this one. He's trying to run Bulldog down. He's not fast enough, though. Actually, 10 move speed slower. Barely escaping with his life. Now Vangscore could be caught. There's a coil. I think this is it. Vangscore takes a heal to the face. Coil is available if needed. Is he going to drop it? Yes, he will. And Alliance strike first. They could have just backed Vangscore off, but chose to commit.
So close to getting that first blood, though. So damn close.
Did the Morphling have any more agility to morph or anything? Because he's sitting on a bit of mana now.
I mean, I think they did everything they could. That was so close. I mean, I actually could have, but...
Yeah, that's such nitpicking. It's like maybe he got the low range of his damage.
Should have bought one more branch at the start.
Jeez, what a noob.
Well, Resolution. Here he is with the Illusion Runes, pressuring that mid lane.
And he'll just start pounding away at the tower, and Alliance do not have Living Armor on their side, so tower damage taken is permanent for this team. Loda's still free farming. Bulldog also on that death, or on that kill, he gets the experience for it. He's close to level 6. Meanwhile, Bat, nowhere near the blink. Does he have a big stack? Not really. Yeah.
It's a little bit slow.
And they've got screwed over quite hard. Double Mud Golem spawns.
That's so unfortunate. I guess both teams have gotten unfortunate. That's just how RNG goes sometimes, though. Loda still going for the straight radius. It looks like 8 minutes in, 2,400 gold. It'll be a little bit faster than I think some of the Nagas that we see.
Smoke from Alliance. Where are they going? EGM and Ake dropping down a ward.
That's scary. Going on a DK with 1,100 HP with a magic stick and a bottle charge.
They don't want him. They want something else.
Did he go phase on Morphling? What?
I guess just to last hit better. I don't know.
Like, you can always just morph, though, if you want more damage. Well, that's interesting. You almost exclusively see treads on Morphling. Sometimes BOT.
Does toggling Morph Strength cancel your phase boost speed? Oh, there's a Haunt and don't always want to fly. Caught up by the Centaur. Is there anything to keep him alive? Bankscore not going to be able to. He did try to fade him out, but not enough in the end. Now the Dragon Knight comes in. No ultimate right now, though. It's cooling down. He's got a double damage rune. It would be huge if Resolution has ult. Then the 3-hero coil. Will Puck be the savior of Alliance again? They're just pounding on Empire now. Resolution staying alive for the time being, but low. Driven back. Silent picks up the double, but Alliance get 2 of their own, and now Silent must retreat.
That was a huge coil by S4 because Dragon Knight was so close. He was waiting for the Shallow Grave to expire, and then he was going to cast Breathe Fire, and then right when he's about to cast it, Dream coils, the Breathe Fire misses, and EGM's alive to have a little bit more damage, and Empire's in a terrible position.
If Dragon Knight had his ult, that's a different fight as well.
Yeah.
He has a double damage rune, and his ult gets at least 1 kill there. Possibly just blows up the Dazzle before he gets off any heals, but we're not able to do so.
And that was without Spectre, too. If Spectre has Haunt up, that's also a different story. 3,000 gold on him. And he's up farming this top lane. This is what you want to kill. Spectre, no Haunt, in your off lane, or in your safe lane, I guess, with pretty much no defensive items. So he has to back off right now. And Empire's like, that is the best kill we're going to get. And Loda knows this.
Oh, the phase boots do feel very strange. I mean, the other thing is he hasn't gone bottle, and I don't even know if he's going Lincoln.
Phase is just really strange.
You need mono regen on this hero. So if you're not getting treads and you're not getting bottle, then I guess he must be going Lincolns. As Resolution will stun up S4, drives by and snags a rune top. Nice Dragon Tail there.
You definitely need the bottle. The bottle just saves you so much time when you have to go back to Fountain. Like, let's say you more strength to like 2,000 HP and then you go back home. It just takes you so long to heal. I actually think over the course of a game, a bottle will pay for itself simply because of that fact.
Even if you get other mono regen, I still think it's worth it.
Yeah, and when you see Eternal Envy plate, it's always Tread's bottle. Sometimes BOT's bottle, but most of the time Tread's bottle.
They're going to keep on just pushing this top tower, though. They will take it in the end. Meanwhile, Centaur pops his ult mid lane. They've gone in on Mag, but the turnaround's here on S4. There's a lasso ready. The Stomp connects, buying S4 a bit of time, but not enough time. Empire with the great counter initiation. There's your Bat Blink. And we see the power of Dragon Knight to punish tower dives. Tanky and resilient against the aggression, and able to turn it around with an instant disable. You got to play careful as Puck against Dragon Knight.
That was an optimistic kill, though. They were trying to go for a Bat Rider who just simply fire flew over the trees.
And now he's got Blink. Flame Break's going to be there mid lane. EGM not able to get a tower tonight. He did fish for it. Good news for Alliance, though. Loda's up to 3780 gold. The last time a team gave him a 10, 12-minute relic, that game didn't last very long. Now, that was a Naga. The Spectre doesn't farm as quickly, but Spectre, Puck, Centaur, that is some fearsome team fight for Alliance. Radiant's coming around the 14, 15-minute mark if they don't gank him soon.
That is super early, and on a Spectre, too. Spectre's Achilles heel is the laning phase, and he went by unscathed, way better than unscathed. His CS is almost exactly the same as the Morphling. 75 last hits on Morph, 74 on the Spectre. Yes, Morphling does have the Midas advantage, but Spectre can kill an entire team. With Shotgun, you can only kill one person at a time.
Yeah, that's really what Empire built for. Ancient Apparitional, Dragon Knight just sets up kills with his stun, and they get the lasso initiation. Shotgun's there as well. They are not really built to team fight, so they'll have to just keep the pressure up and not let Alliance group, whether that's split pushing, whether that's ganking. If they're forced into 5v5 confrontations, at this stage of the game, I feel they'll go poorly. No level 6 on the tree, no Blink Dagger on him. Ancient Apparitional only level 1. They're just not that strong in 5v5 yet. Loda's taking a lot of harassment, though, top lane. Ancient Apparitional came in. Looks like they tried to commit a little bit with Silent, but don't get the kill.
Maybe he's keeping his relic on the chicken just so they don't know. But that's a free tower bottom for Empire. Also, it's very important that they kill the Dragon Knight early because now he's forced into a more defensive build, into the Treads BKB, instead of the more offensive Shadow Blade build where Puck has to be constantly scared of the initiate from the Dragon Tail. So this is really good for Alliance that he's forced to go that.
Well, I was going to say the net worth seems very odd, but it's because the relic is on the courier, or on the ground, I guess, so it's not counting it for Loda. The gold is not quite as bleak as you'd think, but Empire is still doing quite well in terms of
I don't
farm.
know why he doesn't just pick it up.
I mean, this Dragon Knight's way ahead of the Puck mid. S4 is actually 44 CS at 13 minutes. It's pretty damn awful.
Yeah, he's been involved, though, but that one death in mid really set him far back, too.
Granted, with a Puck, you get your Blink, and, I mean, that can just turn the game on its own. You don't need Blink, Force, a bunch of items the way that a Bat Rider does to really have his impact, but you'd like to get a Hex later on this game, so this is going to hurt S4 a bit.
Yeah, Loda, I mean, this is going to be a relatively slow Radiance post-Relic, because he hasn't died yet, and he's not really under that much pressure. I still don't know why he doesn't have an stash. I guess he just doesn't want to give the information.
But you see him with no items for this long, you kind of know anyway. And they'll lasso Loda up. They're going to delay the Radiance with this one, maybe. Graves there, keeping Loda alive for now. HF for Chenault, probably going to pop him anyway. He will go down. That's a Radiance deferred, and Empire are punishing this greedy Spectre build right now. They will lose one. Now Resolution forced to retreat out, but no way can S4 run him down. And that is the issue with rushing a Naked Radiance. You are very squishy, and as soon as Bat gets his Blink, comes right at you.
Yeah, I still don't know if I like this Radiance rush. I think, personally, I would prefer to Midas because he has a lot more reliable gold.
Yeah, it's a little bit risky. I mean, I will say, though, I really like how Empire's playing it. They see Loda with no items. They probably figure he's going straight Radiance, and even if not, they're just not going to let him free farm. You have Bat, you have Dragon Knight. They're using Smoke effectively. They use the Blink Dagger whenever the ult's off cooldown from Bat, and they're just taking the fight to Alliance. This is Empire Dota. When they win games, they do it like this. Being aggressive, setting the pace. They're not a team that wants to turtle or just take it late, purely on a defensive farming style.
Yeah. Also, if he gets a Midas, he can farm the jungle up too, and Empire doesn't really know where he is. Because he doesn't have a relic, he doesn't have any items, he always has to farm the lane, and Empire can just scout out a gank and just approach that way. It will line up for easy AA ultimates. Right now, they don't really have a good way to scout out unless he presents himself on the map himself.
Resolution, BKB coming soon is the other thing. And what do Alliance actually have for a BKB Dragon Knight? They got Zilch, by my count.
Weave?
They can steal Lasso. They can steal Lasso, that's about it. And yeah, maybe Weave, but that's really pushing it.
It is pushing it.
But unless you get it and then somehow avoid a fight for 10
well,
plus. Uh-oh. S4, he's 40 gold away. He can't die now. Oh, he'll be okay.
They did see him place his ward, though, so that's really good for Alliance. They'll secure the jungle at least for a few more minutes. How is Silent doing in terms of his farm? Midas and Perseverance and 2,400 gold, so he's going to have his Lincoln Sphere, I think maybe even before Loda has his Radiance. So we're talking about he has a Midas and Phase Boost on top of Loda's Brown Boots. So Silent just totally out-farming Loda now.
S4 does have his Blink Dagger up. He's trying to bait Resolution a bit. The Bat was fishing for him, but Mag will wait for a better opportunity. They'll let the Dragon Knight tank the tower and keep on mounting the pressure. There's a Blink Coil ready. Is the Radiance up yet? Nope, still doesn't have it, so I think without it, they'll just stall here. They don't want to commit to a fight. Ancient Personal comes crashing in. Won't actually hit on S4. He does blink in and silences, but he's purely stalling here. And that's Q for a Blink Lasso. They'll find S4. What a big kill. Not here to defend. The Sentinel was deployed, and they got the Ancient Apparition mid, but a worthy trade for Empire. Taking a tier 2, killing off the Puck. He did buy Blink first, but nonetheless, they got to be happy with that.
16 minutes, Radiance out for Loda. This is the time to perhaps change the game around. Alliance ahead in terms of kills, but definitely not in momentum. 1, 2, 3, 4 towers have been taken down in quick succession by Empire, and Morphling is getting huge. And the thing about Spectre is that Morphling can just make an image of him.
Yeah, if he finds Loda in the fights, you're in trouble.
He can just make an illusion of the haunt too. It doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
That's a lot of trouble for Alliance too. How are they going to deal even with just a replicate image of the Spectre? That's a lot of damage that's coming their way. On top of that, they have to deal with the Dragon Knight, deal with the A ultimate, and just Morphling himself.
Again, I mean, maybe I'm sounding like a broken record here, but the team that has the greater threat of pressure and gank seems to be winning so far. Alliance isn't bad, but they only just got the Blink Dagger on S4. And Bulldog's initiation can be dealt with. They've got Overgrowth to deal with it. Bat Rider can blink away. Morphling can just run away. Centaur initiation is just not quite as scary as Bat by himself.
Well, Admiral Bulldog hasn't actually found any good opportunities either. Like, who's going to go jump on a DK with a BKB? No.
Yeah.
A Morphling who can just strength morph? No. Bat Rider who's always in the trees? No. There are just no good opportunities for Alliance.
They're looking to make one now. They're smoked up on Bulldog. He's got a Stampede at the ready. It just cooled down. But if they go in here and they don't...
They find Mag, though. That's the important part. They need to kill Bat Rider.
But Mag, is he quick enough on the blink? No, he's not. EGM's there with the lift and the wave. Now they haunt and they look to fight this one out. Ake's been stunned. Resolution wants to focus him down. He will kill off the Dazzle to begin the fight, but now he's got to run. They've killed off 2 more heroes on the backside. S4 found Always Want to Fly. He found the Morphling. Looks like he did deploy the coil to get those kills.
So important killing the
3 for 1.
Morphling. Now this will even out the farm in between Spectre and the Morphling. I mean, I guess this actually might have paid off. He kept the Relic in his stash for such a long time, and that completely took Empire by surprise, because usually you'll see the Relic, okay, Radiance will come out in about 2 minutes time. We're ready for that. But if you don't see the Radiance at all, you'll underestimate his farm, and they overextended because they didn't protect the Radiance out, and that's a big, big swing. 10,400 net worth, though, on Morphling, 78 for Spectre, so he's still a decently bit far behind.
Key thing there was that they just lost Mag right away. They need to be catching up the puck to start the fight. Maybe Dazzle in some situations, but if Puck gets off his combo like that, you're going to have a very difficult time. On the mid lane, they'll go in on Resolution. They poison touch him, but this Dragon Knight is not a hero they want to be diving. Just pressuring a bit and creating some space for S4, for Loda. Suddenly, S4 is up to 1,500 gold after that fight. He was so poor, even like at the 13-minute mark.
Loda scared. And here they go into the Roshan. Living Armor is really good for Roshan, too. And Chilling Touches.
Is Lincoln's actually a good item this game, looking at
Well,
Alliance's lineup? They have Blink Stomp, they have Blink Silence.
It isn't, but there aren't that many other good alternatives. The alternative is Manta Style, which is, it's all right too. As you said, they have the Blink Stomp and the Blink Silence, which also kills Manta Illusions. And generally, you need 1 stat item on Morphling before you go shotgun.
S4 going for the Aegis.
Oh, that was close. Generally, you need 1 stat item on the Morphling, and it's either Lincoln's or Manta. There aren't any other good options if you want to go shotgun after.
Yeah, I mean, we used to see the BKB build, but Morphling's more mana intensive with Morph costing more than it used to, and it needs to skip bottle as well.
Oh, so. Here they go with the smoke gank. Haunt is up. This is the time perhaps to get a kill, but I don't think they can take a straight 5-on-5 because of the Aegis on Sir Morphling.
This is an interesting path they took. They just saw Empire
They found Mag,
Roche.
though. They found Mag. This is the important part.
Oh, boy.
If
Dragon
kill
Tail.
Mag,
No, they found S4 on the other side of the fight. He's the one who actually goes down first. No, phase shifts, tries to orb out, does deploy the silence. He's dropping low. He actually is going to live. Bulldog found 1. He's on a killing spree. Now the tree comes in, already having used an overgrowth. And Bulldog's going to work so far. The Dazzle also low. EGM on the run. Aki trying to TP out quickly. EGM gets lassoed up. They focus down this pesky little Rubik. 2 for 2. There's a buyback from the tree and a chase on the Bulldog. 1 more Dragon Tail would be enough, but I don't think they get him here. Oh, Flame Break. Maybe they do. Oh, no, they don't. S4 comes in, then he cleans up another on the backside, finds Mag. So make it a 2 for 3 with the buyback, I believe.
It's not bad at all. That's a risky engage by Alliance fighting into the Aegis.
They did lose their Spectre, though.
Yes, but at the same time, they can't just give up free T2s, and then they lose all sorts of map control. Always have to worry about the Dragon Knight ganking them, and they live to fight another day. Yes, Spectre did die. He did go to defensive build. I personally prefer the Trez over the phase boots. It's just much better because oftentimes you're just tanking and dying, especially in this sort of scenario when Empire is going to bring the fight to you. You're not doing any chasing with the phase.
Mid lane, there's a blink and stomp on Silent, but especially with Aegis, not a hero they want to be just diving for. Vangscore taking a page out of PPD's book here with this aggressive movement through the enemy woods. Is there a gem? No, there's sentries on Ake, but Vangscore could be a key hero here because they've almost gotten the jump on the Bat Rider like 3-4 times in these fights, and having him maybe scouting out the Centaur on the way in
S4
could make a difference. H apparition ult, is it flying in yet? No, not yet. Drops the coil even. Breathe Fire cooling down, but now he's forced to run, and EGM comes in having stolen a Dragon Tail, BKB from Resolution, and they got nothing on that, so a smart, patient reaction from him. He'll make his way out. I don't think Empire fully come online yet, though. Their key damage is the shotgun, and it's not out yet. Once that comes out, you combine that with 1 other hero of any kind, and it's pretty much a free kill. Even on Loda, who's only got 900 health.
I don't even know how they kill. Oh, in mid.
Double dagger, Mag a bit short. Oh no, it's 4-step. It's a bit of a midget 4-step. HF Personal comes out. EGM steals it. Oh, that's huge for the next fight. Next fight, Blink. Stomp on Mag. He's been spotted out by a Sentry Ward here. He just explodes. Another death for Mag. He's normally so stable for this team.
Yeah, 0, 4, and 5 on him. His deaths and Alliance being able to initiate on him far too often is costing Empire in this mid game. Alliance barely ahead in kills. Oh, the double
Blink
stomp.
2 hero stomp. Bankscore's gonna get caught out by this as well. Then on to Silent, who tanks an HF Personal, can no longer strength morph. He'll just be making himself easier to shatter if he does, and just tries to hoof it out of there. Well, he will. Empire just, they're just all like playing their own Dota right now. All of a sudden, they're getting caught off on their own. DK's going through mid by himself. They had 2 heroes. They knew Alliance was coming, and they just run in to try and fight.
Yeah, the recipe for this mid game is not terribly difficult. Find initiation with Mag, BKB with Dragon Knight, throw on your AA ultimate, go in with Morphling with the Aegis, and suicide the Morphling if you have to, and then just get a couple easy picks here and there on important heroes, perhaps a Puck, perhaps a Spectre, and most importantly, the Spectre, actually.
They are still farming really well in their cores, though. Resolution is not too far off of a freaking Assault Caress, and Silent is pretty close to
Loda.
a shotgun as well. Resolution's on the hunt. He's got his ultimate and a BKB, and Loda will go inside the trees, but Batrider's going to follow him. Could find him here until S4 comes in with yet another big coil. That's your $1 million at work. HF Rishol comes in, connects on Loda. Does he have a buyback available? Yes, he does. He can buy back. He does not have Haunt available for this fight, though. Resolution dropping low, picked off. They're doing it without the Spectre so far. Silent now waving forward. He's trying to retreat out. Is morphing heavily to strength, then replicates down to the bottom lane.
He's almost out of mana. He could be in a lot of trouble. He actually doesn't have a TP scroll either, so they can chase him for days.
And he's so close to shotgun.
Unless Admiral Bulldog blinks into the trees. That's a sad, sad Admiral Bulldog. But Aegis is about to expire in a minute anyway, so not the biggest loss for them.
Well, the stolen HF Rational comes flying out again, but not enough.
Well, Spectre keeps dying in these fights, but he is buying smaller items. It's not like he's saving it for a Reaver. He did buy Treads, he did buy a Vit booster, so he's doing his job.
Yeah, it makes the death slightly less painful and easier to stomach. They kill the Dragon Knight again, delaying his AC a bit. He actually, by the way, still hasn't cleared out the stack. That's
But look at the gold grab. It's about 5,000 gold lead in favor of Empire. It was a solid 7,500 before, but momentum slowly starting to swing back in Alliance's favor. They are still down in towers, though, and that's the big source of revenue for Empire. Empire has taken down 4 towers, including 1 T1, and Alliance has taken down only 1 T1. And on top of that, Empire has Roshan gold. I still think they have enough map control to take down the next Roshan. So Alliance pretty much can't contest that unless they take a good fight in the next couple of minutes and repel Empire from their side of the map. But
and Empire have big items soon. The E-Blade and the AC. Those are big items.
Those are both scary, scary items.
Alliance, also, a lot of this just feels like it does come down to EGM. Can he steal things like Ancient Apparition repeatedly in fights? He did it earlier, but I don't know. If you're the Ancient Apparition, you just want to protect your ult more. Don't get caught in the middle of the fight. Stay away from the Rubik. And
it's also S4, though. Yeah. S4 has been making big plays, always catching out a couple heroes with Dream Coil and
he always seems to
Mag.
do this. Like, we've had so many games this event where his laning stage has been kind of lackluster, but his mid game has just been filthy. There's your shotgun.
That's a scary Morphling. 26 minutes in, 15,000 net worth.
Oh, this is good timing from Alliance, though. The Aegis has just expired. Will Silent get caught? He's waiting for his TP to cool down.
They know exactly where he is.
Okay.
Oh.
Good reactions from Silent. Do they try and sneak a Roche now?
It's not up. It just Roche just expired.
Oh, yeah,
they have a couple of minutes left on it, but maybe they can take down the T1 on top, and that's where the tree pit comes in. Vanscore hasn't been that active, 0, 4, and 1 on him, but his Living Armor has been doing a lot of work, making Resolution to Superman, Dragon Knight.
Boy, Empire, are they actually going top? Because they pinged bottom. Looks like they are going top. So, seeing the bottom lane pushing.
Is this smoke going to last long enough? I don't know. They have like 18 seconds left on it.
They'll get to like here-ish, I think. Here-ish, maybe.
It's going to be close. Spectre is...
Does he have a Haunt buyback?
I think they know that it's bait.
Loda has a Haunt buyback. They've got to be a bit careful about overcommitting to this. Although his first death won't actually hurt Empire that much. The second life could really turn the fight. Bulldog's perched in the trees. Bat's going to start off. Mag might get the initiation this time. They'll go in with the Dragon Knight. Does manage to stun out the Spectre. Then they lasso up S4. That's a key hero to burst down. No puck for the fight. It's going to be real tough for Alliance from here. They've lost 2. They're going to lose 3. EGM's melting. The Spectre illusion doing work. Bulldog might be your 4th down. On the backside of the fight, Lotus trying to retreat. Did he buy it? No, he did live so far, but Silence going to end him soon. It just makes up the cliff, makes it down the cliff. Meanwhile, they're also pursuing Bulldog, and they bring down the Spectre. They will find Bulldog as well. It's a team wipe.
That's a very awkward engage by Alliance and very smart smoke from Empire. What are they going to do when a DK BKB's in their face? They can't do anything. As you said, they don't have anything versus BKB. And Admiral Bulldog did get the jump on Ancient Apparition, but that's a very small win for them. It was a 1-4-5 exchange, and most of the time when they've been winning the engagement is when they have vision of Mag. And when they don't have vision of Mag, they can't kill Dragon Knight, they can't kill the weak supports, they're going to lose the fight.
He got the puck. Without the puck, there's just no chance. They Dragon Knight went on the Spectre, just kind of drove him off the battle, but the key to losing that fight for Alliance is letting back get off Lasso and letting him get off, especially on puck. They need that puck to be starting the fights, like you said, and when he dies like that, you just got to credit Empire. Really smart initiation. Now the tower falls bottom, and now Roche respawns, so everything falling into place for Empire. A rough group stage. Alliance made it into the winner's bracket. They almost forced a Game 3 against EG, but none of that matters now for them. You can't count them out after what they almost did yesterday, but it is looking better and better for Empire by the minute.
I don't know what Alliance was exactly expecting from that fight. Like, what's their ideal engage? Spectre's up there attacking, everyone smoke behind him. Like, a DK maybe stuns them, and then what happens? He BKBs, and then they probably lose Spectre. Morphling goes in, he strengths Morph, they can't kill him. Batrider initiates, they probably can't save the Lasso target, and most of them still probably die. So that was... It was just questionable.
It seemed like one of those things where, like, okay, let's go for a smoke gank. Then it didn't work, and they should have just said, let's back. It didn't work, but they kind of were indecisive, stuck around a bit.
They need to stick with what they've been doing, which is load a farming off on the side. The other 4 people pick a good engage when they're defending, when they have a vision of Empire. That's how they won the mid game, and that's how they bounced back in the experience chart. But at that was a very big engage that definitely cost them the second Roshan, and Morphling's still getting bigger and bigger. 4,700 gold. He's going to be able to maybe even close to one-shot Spectre soon.
This Spectre is dirt poor with all the deaths. 1,500 gold just to Yash up. It's not enough for, what was it, 11-minute relic? It was pretty fast.
11-minute relic, I think 16 or 17-minute radiance. That's a very slow radiance recipe. It's only 1,350 gold.
The other thing that's hurt Loda is he just hasn't gotten kills this game. 2 kills, 13 assists. Yeah, it's going to happen with the Haunt illusions doing radiance damage, but you'd like to see him get more of those last hits if you're Alliance. They need a fat Spectre. He's just not getting there. Yeah. They do have a Hex on S4 though, and this is the one item that can start turning the game for Alliance more than anything.
But the tree armor is strong though. Like, even if they Hex isn't going to work versus
And there's
Morphling.
double BKB now. There's BKB on Mag, there's Lincoln's on the Morphling, and there's BKB on the Dragon Knight. So this Hex is going to have to be... They need to catch the Bat, I feel. He's the one, if they just catch him out, they can actually kill him if they Hex him before he BKBs.
I still think they might lose the fight after, just because Morphling and DK just do so much damage. They're both far richer than Spectre.
It's like it's Godzilla Morphling territory now. He's got an Eye of Scotty up. This is a horror movie for Alliance.
Yeah, I'm not liking their chances right now at all.
Well, we didn't like their chances too much yesterday, and they almost shocked us. So
this is their strength, though. Like, fighting in this 30-minute phase, they're slightly behind, but they can definitely turn things around.
You know, it's funny to say that because you look back at Alliance at TA3, and their strength was just always being ahead. They were always just more efficient in the woods. They had some nice ganks from S4, and they just outfarmed their opponents. Then they didn't make mistakes. It feels like lately Alliance is kind of almost playing like the way LGD did, where they just kind of rely on comebacks and counter-initiation to get back into games, but it's not really where they want to be. They want to just be in a comfortable lead. In chat, Brishnault going to fly out towards mid, and this will thwart the push. Between the A ults and the tree armor, pushing is very frustrating for the Alliance. They just can't get easy towers.
The T3 is going to be threatened, though. Morphling does have a replicate sending with the rest of his team. They are smoked up. This could be the exact same place, too. Oh, no.
Alliance. No, but this time they're waiting. They might be in a better position to try and contest this. Resolution is BKB. He's also got a haste rune. Oh, it could be bad. Mag's going to get Hex to start the fight. Now they blink and stop him. He can't BKB yet. Mag's going to melt to start it off. Resolution's already level 17, though, and goes to work with his BKB. Where's the morph? Straight on EGM. Beautiful grave. Keeps him alive for now. But Resolution, there's just too much Dragon. They can't deal with it. Where's that adaptive strike? They'll kill off Bake as well. well, 3 dead. And that was with the good initiation. The bat dies instantly. It doesn't matter.
They know they can't win 5-on-5s, I think, or at least 5-on-5s outside of their base. They have to hold a high ground now. How long until Aegis respawns? They can try and delay until the Aegis is taken down, but that's... I don't know if they can do that. It's 2.5 minutes. Silent is threatening top lane.
And Morphline's good at breaking base. He does a lot of right-click damage when
And he can just replicate anyone to tank it up.
And they've got Dragon Knight with AC, and Resolution's just soloing the tower right now. Honestly, the Dragon Knight is maybe even a bigger problem than the Morphling. He just BKBs and walks in and kills everyone. And now he'll be replicated. So they've got a double dragon, the double dragons to send on mid. HF Personal comes in towards the fountain, keeping Ake back, and the siege is quickly growing. Spectre is buyback. That's really it here. There's no haunt either. And Empire just say, you've made a mistake, Alliance. We'll punish you. Give us a lane of Rax. A first gift of many to come. There's a pipe up on Bulldog for now, but in comes the shotgun. Great reactions by Ake with the Grave, but are they good enough? Now there's no Grave for Bulldog, who gets caught out here, dropping fast. The last one, S4, again Meg finds him. He just keeps on finding the puck, and they need this puck to take the fights. Without S4, there's no $1 million coils. There's just no hope. Empire are overwhelming and flat out outplaying Alliance. And it looks like
I think that's game.
They might have just taken it.
I think that's game.
The hometown favorites look like they're going on.
I think the two big problems with Alliance this game, firstly, I don't think Loda played greedy enough. He had all the space in the world, but he is almost half of net worth, half of Morphling's net worth, and I also think taking the 2 engages on Loda is just going to get wrecked.
What a day for Alliance. The Spectre does haunt. He jukes a little bit. Unfortunately, there's still a Dragon Knight here. The Morphling rejoins the fight immediately. And now they're just going to dive the fountain for kills. It's 4 heroes dead. It's 2 lanes of Rax. It's the end for Alliance at Starladder. There will be no third time back to the finals for them. They've lost it twice to Navi, and now they won't even get a shot. 2 lanes of Rax. Third soon to follow. Silent walking towards the fountain, and he's just trying to farm him there. Almost kills off the Dazzle. Now we'll take the 3rd lane of Rax. And what a time for Empire to find their footing. Now they have a best of 3 up next. They'll have a fresh lease on life, and did not expect to see Alliance go home quite this early, to be honest, after the way they played yesterday. But here it is. This will be the last fight. Bulldog popping the ultimate. Doesn't matter. Morphling's too fat. Bulldog's going to melt. 4 heroes dead yet again. And that's it. GG.
Yeah, 2 things that they went wrong. Loda didn't play greedy enough. I think just getting a Midas or as greedy as Silent's going to go, because Morphling's not going to put any pressure. I think that would have helped his farm out a lot, and then he could have had a lot more reliable goals since he's constantly dying in fights. And secondly, the smoke up top to kill Morphling and then kind of hesitating and still sticking around without a good game plan. They should have done what was working for them before. 4-on-4 man defend while Lotus pushing and getting huge, because he needed a lot more farm to deal with the Morphling. And then on top of that, they went back into the same place and just died again. I don't really think the draft was that big of an issue. Yeah, they didn't have anything versus BKB, but I think they can still punish Empire's lineup. And giving away Bat in the Western games is a big mistake.
It's actually, I'd say in both scenes. YYF's Bat has been pretty...
That's true. Not against DK, though.
DK don't care about Bat. They use Centaur for that sort of thing.
That's true. But yeah, I think against IG and most of the other teams, you can't give Bat away. It is just too strong. Mag didn't even play that good of a Bat, but he still killed S4.
He did his job in 2 or 3 crucial fights. Sure, he got caught out a few times, but when they needed a lasso on Puck, he found a lasso on Puck, and that's just what Bat does. You fly in vision, Dragon Knight can go in, BKB going first, make sure you see the right heroes, and then you just go ham on the Puck. And Spectre was frankly just too squishy to fight.
He needed a way more farm.
Yeah, to take a Morphling who's gone that greedy with a straight Midas rush, just straight into Lincolns, and has Roshan gold, has multiple towers this way, they just needed more. But, I gotta say, I'm pretty happy for Empire. I feel bad for Alliance, but it's good to see Empire proving something on LAN here. Taking out a team like Alliance of their stature, sure, it's a BO1.
They look really happy. They secured a lot of money,
almost too. Crying with happiness.
5th to 6th place is 6,800 gold. I said gold. Gold. $6,800. 4th place is over double that at 6,800 or 13,700. So that's a lot more money. 6,900 more. So they almost secured $7,000 with that one win.
And who are they playing in the next round of the playoffs is now the question. They have
to play of the next game.
Okay, so they play either IG or Navi.
Is that right?
Yeah, because IG Navi is your next match.
Yeah, so that's a tough road, but still, that's a lot of money. Empire will finish in top 4, so very respectable finish from them. Unfortunately, Alliance has to bow out early, but they had a very good run, and I mean, frankly, they might be demoralized from yesterday. That was such a crushing defeat.
Demoralized and maybe just flat out tired.
Yes.
I mean, to the extent we want to give Fatigue any credit, but I think mostly just Empire played well, and they got a good Empire draft. I think that's the key for this team is,
Well,
when they played lineups that don't have enough tempo control, they do struggle.
They had a great Empire draft when they lost versus Alliance. It was they didn't give a good. They gave Alliance too good of a draft, though.
Okay, yeah,
one
that's
that was too good. The Naga was just like it just absolutely demolished Empire. They try to Alliance try to fight Empire at their own game, and Empire is really good at what they do.
Well, they're good enough to finish top 4. We'll see if they can make a move even farther into the brackets. But guys, coming up next, we've got our final loser bracket match of the day. That match is going to be IG versus Navi. Following that match, which is BO1, we'll play our winner bracket finals, DK versus EG. So we've got 2 more series headed your way, a total of up to 4 games. Thank you for watching Starladder Season 9. We're live here from Kiev, Cybersport Arena. We'll take a break, LD and Merlini, and then we'll be back with our second to last match of the day.